So no bullshitting this time around. Yeah, this is actually my first video that I am filming in 2026. However, the next video releasing after this one should be my actual 2025 conclusion. So hopefully that goes well. Either way, I actually decided to go out today and get actual material for content. So, recently, at the end of 2025, we had this come out, which is the Extreme set. The Extreme Expansion Pack from Hasbro. So, this one comes, the, prize bay in it is Male Knight, 385 bound Spike, and then there's a series of parts, which is a blue recolor of Hammer Incendio, a dumb reprint of Ghost Circle, 770, 965, and 455 for ratchets, as well as additional drivers such as Rubber Excel, Ball, Point, and Metal Needle. So overall, this is a very mixed bag of useful and non-useful parts, and parts that I've been wanting to get for a while now. Specifically being Male Knight, Bound Spike. I'm interested to try out 965, although I don't think I'll be using it very much, as well as Rubber Excel. I'll always take another Point and I'll always take another Ball. The blue Hammer Incendio looks pretty solid. We're just gonna start unboxing and then we'll get into review stuff. So that's the back, obviously, and front. I don't think that's really important. Oh, you can't even do a let it rip thing. So I guess my weird way of opening this stuff is actually justifiable this time. Also, I personally use my codes, but if anybody knows if the, QR codes on the bays are, not just one-time use, because obviously I won't show them if I already used them. But if they're not just one-time use, and you guys want to, please let me know in the comments, and I will start sharing my barcodes with you guys, or not my barcodes, my QR codes, while I'm doing these unboxings and stuff, or just future videos, so that you guys can also get them, because I understand that some people actually do play, use the app, but don't, really have the ability to buy every single Beyblade. As I could imagine most people who use the app don't actually really have the funds, so that's what you kind of use as a substitute. Great, we still have a manual. Okay. Cool. So, hey, they actually did package this well, so hopefully this will deter thieves more, because I'm sure, as most people know by now, stealing is actually a really bad part and prominent thing in this community, which kind of sucks, low-key. So, you know what, let's just kick off with, main blades. So this is Ghost Circle. Obviously, if you haven't seen it, that's what it looks like. So this is the new one, this is the old one. It actually, and this is probably just me coping, or maybe just past usage, but this one, the coating on the plastic specifically, looks almost more shiny than this one. This one kind of looks more dull. Obviously that's probably due to, reprint issues, if not usage over time. Oh, you know what? I feel like, and Ghost Circle is obviously extremely light, but I feel like the newer one is almost a little heavier by, maybe a gram. Yeah, I think that actually is heavier. Okay, so maybe they did actually do some changing to the model for the reprint. I don't think that alone is going to make blade worth it, but kind of cool that they're, at least I assume, semi-listening to us. And this is our blue Hammer Incendios. This is actually not my first Hammer Incendio blade. However, this is my first Hasbro Hammer Incendio blade, because actually the only bay in my collection that is actually TT is my Hammer Incendio. Okay, so this is going to have, we'll just set that aside because that'll come later. Okay, and then moving on to ratchets, this is what? This is 770, yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Overall, I mean, 770, I'm not going to go over too much of the parts in detail. I do kind of like the way that it is, like the way it's colored, where it's transparent and then solid around. And then this is this is like, oh no, this is the 965, I'm sorry. So this one, actually, I don't think we have a release in Hasbro yet, so that's our first one. Because I believe the only other way you can get it is through the Clock Mirage boosters. And then, of course, this is, what, 455? So this is pretty close to the, I can't remember if what comes with Wizard Arc. I know it's a 4 and it's a simple ratchet. I feel like it's almost 45 or something. I don't know why. I'm probably wrong. Oh, starting off, let's just go with Point. Point is an overall pretty good driver. It's actually pretty balanced, ironically, for a balanced type. A lot of balance parts are just geared towards better things. This one definitely does have better stamina though, and this is my second driver. I actually really like this bit a lot, so probably will be using that in the future. Metal needle. Again, metal needle is needle. It's needle but metal. Destructive. So if you get this, pretty much disregard it, because you're never going to use it in any way, shape, or form, and if you do, I can't say there's any hope for you. And this is our, I think, my first white ball. I don't think it's the first one in Hasbro, but it does look relatively nice. I'll take that. And then Rubber Excel. I have not had this one yet. I have to say, it actually is a lot smaller in person than it looks like on websites and stuff. And it's probably just like my mind playing tricks. Like, people probably aren't going to... This is probably like the size that people are going to assume it is if you actually get it, but this one's also relatively decent when it's worn specifically. From describing the texture, it's kind of like one of those really firm like pencil erasers, if that makes sense. And then going in reverse order for the actual main or prize bay, we have Bound Spike, which I've actually been waiting to get. I almost got Tricera Press specifically for Bound Spike because I want to try its like shock absorption like gimmick, because I think I have a couple builds where that could actually work out well. And then of course 385, you're probably not going to use that much. I believe this is our third 385. One coming with Hover Wyvern, third one being in this set, and then the second one that was released was Wriggle Kraken, I believe. So overall, just a reprint of a part, although I guess it's a recolor, not a reprint. And then finally, we have Nightmail. Yeah, so a little bit about this in case you don't know it. It is actually a relatively heavy blade. It has these balls, which are supposed to, I believe, help with stabilization. So yeah, there's like 3 little golden balls, and they move back and forth. There, you can see one. Yeah, so overall interesting like mechanics. Okay, so this is your full bay, and this is what Bound Spike does. It literally has like this buffer area where it goes in and out and in and out. So that's Nightmail. I'm just gonna go ahead and put together what I think would work best in this set. That's what we have so far, and then of course you have your extra pieces, although technically all of this is extra pieces, and this is your prize bay. Anyway, yeah, so this is the bays that come with, and then we'll get to like spin testing and everything next. Okay, so starting out with test launches, we have, just as a reminder for the audience at home of what combos we are using, we are running, there we go, Nightmail 385 Bound Spike, since that's the prize-based stock combo. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so that's our spin test for Nightmail. Pretty cool, pretty cool. We're gonna do Ghost Circle, but again, this one does not have stock combo parts in it, so we're gonna do Ghost Circle, 770, and ball. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, and then last but not least, we're going to be doing Hammer Incendio, 965, and point. Go. My favorite shades. Alright, there we go. Hell, even the, like, it's here. Like, it shows up a little darker on camera, but IRL, it's actually pretty light. Now that we have our spin test out of the way, we are going to do a quick benchmark match between Nightmail 355 Bound Spike and the infamous Wizard Rod 160 Hexa. Again, first to 5 points. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so first point goes to Wizard Rod. Honestly, that's kind of what I was expecting. So since Wizard won first round, it is still being put in first. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot! Center this a little bit. I'm sure it's not going to matter that much. So pocket finish from Nightmail. Cool. Okay, so since Nightmail won that one, Nightmail is going to be going in first this time. 3, 2, 1, go. I don't know if we should relaunch that. You know what? I think I'm going to relaunch that. Just because that was probably just bad luck and Wizard Rod landed like right on top of Nightmail. Go. So now we are back to Rod being launched first, with Rod at 2 and Nightmail also at 2. Alright, so we are now 4-2. Go. And follow me. Yeah, that's over. Nightmare is done. Yeah. Overall, that wasn't a super bad turnout. I mean, there's been worse. This is like one of the, if not the best competitive combo in the meta right now. So overall, I'm not too surprised with the outcome, but it did get at least one round on Rod. So Nightmail still did pretty decent for the combo. Okay. So, obviously there's been better years in Beyblade X, or just Beyblade in general. So far this is what I'd say is pretty decent start out to the year, especially for Hasbro, specific enthusiasts. Anyway, that is my overview and I guess kind of review of the Extreme Expansion Pack, aka Hasbro's nerfed UX 10 starter pack. Overall, just recapping thoughts. Rubber XL, I did some testing on in the background. I definitely think this has potential, and obviously in tournaments, it is shown, especially when it's worn, it does have a lot of great potential. So I am very glad that now, outside of the anniversary pack, people in North America actually have, I guess, easier access to this, so that you don't have to purchase like a $100 bundle. Metal Needle is Needle. I'm just gonna skip this. We're not even gonna go over the joke for it. I mean, it's Metal Needle, it's destructive, it's Needle, there's not much else you can really say about it. Nobody really wants to use it, and it's usually banned in tournaments, and for good reason too. And that is saying something, considering I'm someone who's like totally against, like, unless like a part is known to break something, no part should be banned. Unless something's like super, super unfair. Like, I think when Wizard Rod first came out, a lot of the bans for it were fair because it was something that was so hard to get because demand was so high. But now that everyone has one or even two, like me, I feel like it's kind of unreasonable to keep at it now. And there's a lot more like counters to it, but when you have something like what it was in the beginning, that one I feel like is a reasonable ban. What is this, 455, definitely solid, kinda. It's a 4. I do like the lower driver's ratchets, so this one's pretty okay, considering I have a 45, now I have a 40, a 55. I actually might use this in some combos later because I like using 4 on defensive combos, especially when they're lower, so like 45 through like 60. So now I have 3, and if I really wanted to, I can run it, even though I probably won't. Going over, so this is our combo that we use. This is Ghost Circle, obviously just a reprint. I think the little variation that I noticed where it is like shinier, I could just be losing my mind, but this one I actually do think has a shinier plastic coat for some reason. Not like shiny as in like sparkly, but like shiny as in like glossy. Then you also have 770. This is, I'm pretty sure, another part that's relatively available. It's not like a do or die part. I like using it in defensive combos more than for ratchets, and that's just because they supply pretty decent like weight, especially if you're using like a bigger blade. Hell, even if you're using like and when I say bigger, I mean like wider. So like if you're using Wizard Rod where it's gonna be harder to hit the ratchet, that's great, but And I know you can't use this one on it, but if you were to use this on like Clock Mirage, I think that's an absolute no-go because it's so easy to just hit these tabs and pretty much lose the ratchet. White ball, love ball, it's good stamina bit, never can go wrong with it. I will always take another ball. I'm sure some people are sick of that, but somehow I actually only have 2 regular balls, so this is my first, like, solid ball. No, I have 3. This is my 3rd. Because I have a red one that came with Talon Petra. That's right, that's right. That video also should be coming. Maybe. I don't know if I'm actually going to release it. And then Hammer and Incendio, the blue coat. Honestly, I'd love to start using Hammer and Incendio just so that I can start using this blade. But it's such a nice blue color, and I already don't use Hammer and Incendio, so I'm probably not going to use this blade just to keep it more in like this pristine condition. I know that sounds lame. I mean, they're supposed to battle. If my other Hammer Incendio breaks, I will definitely probably swap it for this one, or just buy the other Hasbro one, considering the one I have is TT. But I don't really want to ruin the metal coat on this, so this one for now is going to pretty much stay almost like exclusively on display. And if I actually ever need a Hammer Incendio one, I'll use the other one. We also have 965, which is the ratchet that came exclusive on Clock Mirage recently, which is a kind of solid one. I mean, 9s are already great. If there's more like simple ratchet only bays that come out later, I think this will be a good like suffice. But I think like in the state now, I think if we get more like 955, 945, 950, then this will very quickly become obsolete for obvious reasons, considering it's a lot easier to burst and a whole bunch of other factors. Blue Point, again, another one that's really solid. I like using this one. That has a really good amount of stamina and attack potential. I really like this blue color. It kind of like reminds me of like blue cotton candy, as I was saying that. You know, the Hammer and Incendio and the other blues, the other like vibrant blues in this set really remind me of food. I'm probably just hungry, or it's me just being me. I like food, okay? You can't blame me for that. Okay, finally, we have Night Mail. This one is the prize bay, so this one doesn't have any extra parts because this is supposed to be the combo. So, Bounce Spike, this one I actually was not expecting the gimmick to work that well. This actually does work better than Transpoint. I need to do more testing on it to see if it actually does shock absorption better. I couldn't really tell, but I'll probably run it on like, I might even run it on like Ghost Circle, just to see if it like will perform better defensively. Like run test with like regular Spike versus Bounce Spike, even though the tip itself is kind of different, which is it's like almost more of a really flat needle, if that makes sense. But you can kind of see like there's just like a little nipple. It kind of reminds me of like Underneedle almost. Not really Spike. It's just pointier than Spike, or than Needle. And then we also have 385. This one is the 3rd release, I believe, in Hasbro's line, which ironically are not shown on any BX blades. Although I think, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think there's a single BX blade that in Hasbro that has a simple ratchet. Overall, this is a pretty okay part. Not really great, again, because it's a simple ratchet. Definitely will probably not be using this. And finally, Night Mail. Just kind of like Bounce Spike, I feel like I'm going to end up needing to do more testing on this. This is definitely one of my favorites. It is a relatively heavy blade. I'll eventually get a scale so that I can actually show you guys. But trust me, this is definitely heavy. I think this is still in like Cobalt Dragoon League. The balls, I think, could work. I don't know. I'd almost want to test this with a driver that is known for like instability, and not like, I don't mean something like Quake, because that's just gonna throw the bait around. Maybe even just like Transpoint. I think that would work better for testing the stability of this, or even just like, not Rush, but like Flat, maybe. I don't know, maybe like an attack driver. It doesn't help. Rubber XL, like that could be pretty solid, seeing how well that would stay balanced. Like I said, I'd have to do more research on it. With a lot of gimmicks, I think it works to a degree, but it's not going to be like a major difference. Okay, so this has been my review and overview of the Extreme set. I am so happy if you guys made it all the way to this point. Really means the world to me. Comment what you guys want to see more from me, or if you want to see more from me. Comment if you hate me, whatever, doesn't matter to me. Just completely tear me apart in the comments. Yeah, but let me know if you guys enjoyed it, and I will definitely keep trying to make this content for you guys, and honestly myself a little bit. Yeah, I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Hopefully that one will have a lot more content and probably will be my longest video that's going to be up for a very long time. Yeah, anyway, I will see you guys later. I have been your local internet fail girl, and I'll see you next time, losers. Bye.
Selfish cause I got a lot to do. You know I'm kinda pop star, kinda white boy awesome, covered in lip gloss, kisses blueberry blossom. You heard of me? That's probably cause you gossip. Your mouth tastes just like my name, I'm so nauseous.